Hey guys, welcome back to KY Coins and Collectibles. And what I've got today is a couple new purchases. And I just bought these yesterday. And y'all know I've got a couple videos of me working on my large cent collection. This this large cent collection has really been fun and tough. The I really like the history and just in general the coins. Like the large cents are so cool, and it's a pretty easy set to get started and cheap to get started, but it's expensive to finish it. And the Morgans are kind of like that too. Everybody knows you can buy quite a few Morgans, like 25, 45, $50. You can fill up an album pretty quick. As you buy the coins, you can, and they're relatively cheap. Like Morgans, like I was saying, they're $25 to $50. You can buy a coin a different year and fill in a set. And the large cent is kind of the same way. There's a lot of coins you can buy that are cheap, depending on the condition. As of course, you can always buy a mint state and pay high price, but you can also buy a good or a very fine, or you can buy grades in between. So you kind of put a set together based on your price, like what you can afford. So the large cent is a really good example of that, except for a few coins. And I'll show you. And I don't really have. I've got some key dates, but I don't have a lot of them. Of course, all your 1700, like 1793s, which there's three of them, and I don't have any of them yet. And pretty much those three are at least $1,000 each. And the chain, it's hard to find. I mean, you're going to be paying thousands for it. And then the 1799, that's a hard year as well. But all these earlier years, they've been they could be $100 to a couple $100. And the way this set is different from the Morgans, in the Morgans, you have a few key dates that could be $1,000, and then you've got the 93S. That's usually the last one everybody gets, and it's at least a $200 to $2,500 coin at least. Mine, I believe I paid like right at two for, and it's like it's not in good shape at all. I mean, it's a decent coin. But with the Morgans, you have in the 94, you've got a few that are going to be $400 or $500, but in this one, you've got a few that are going to be $1,000 to $2,500, like at least. So I don't know what my price, like my album value, is yet. I believe on my Morgans, and I do have the 93S. I believe I've got it priced around like $19,000 to $20,000. So I'm going to be curious to see what this large cent collection is. And I'll do another video of my Morgans. I've not really done an update since I got the 93S. I have updated a few as I've bought these collections over the last few months. So I have upgraded some of them. So I will do another video. But I'm still working on this large cent, and it's been fun. And I have slowly been buying one at a time. I've bought a few on eBay, and I bought one yesterday, and I've bought 3 coins yesterday. I sold a few tubes of Silver Eagles, and because I was needing to get some of my money back from a couple of the collections I bought, so I sold a few Silver Eagles, and I picked up the gentleman had 3 coins I really liked, and he keeps a lot of type coins for me because I really like the older 1800 coins. I like the type coins. So these are the 3 I picked up. I picked up the 1840 large cent, and I picked up a 1908 S Barber quarter. It's a little lower mintage, maybe a semi-key date. And I always try to pick up seeded halves or seeded quarters. This one's a seeded half. It's 1877 S, and it's not in bad shape at all. I believe he's got very fine plus. And I'll talk about the prices because you can see kind of what he had them marked at. The large cent, he had it at a extra fine, red from the red book, and he had $200 on that. The Barber quarter, it's a better date, and it's in a little better shape. These Barbers are hard to find in good shape, and I'll show you a little better close up there. I mean, you might be able to make out the L in Liberty, but that's about it. The rest of it is really wore, but it's got some good details. If you was trying to put a set together, and I've not started a Barber set yet, but I figured this would be a good one to have, and he gave me a good deal on these. I didn't pay, of course, what he got on these. We worked out a good deal. Or I'll let you be the decider on that. Like I'll let you see if I got a good deal or not. And that's kind of what I'm getting at in this video. I want to see if I've got a good deal on these. This guy just sets up pretty much at flea markets and yard sales, and he's been a coin dealer or seller for a while. I've spent quite a lot of money with him, and he always gives me good deals. I mean, I buy a lot, so he gives me a better deal. And you'll have to excuse me, my nose is kind of runny. I've been out mowing and weed eating, and allergies are crazy right now. So here's what I've got, and I'll show you this seeded half. It's not bad. It's got little details left on it. And I love anything seeded. The seeded dollars are my favorite. So I picked up these. And I know you're already thinking, like, the large cent for $200. Like, that's crazy. But I'll tell you here at the end what I gave for all of them. And it does have good details. And I was needing a 1840 large date. So I had to check this one out because he didn't have it marked if it was a large date or a small date or small date over large date. So, and that's another thing about these large cents. There's so many different varieties. And this one's kind of an example. You have to have 4 different 1840s. You have to have a large date, small date, and small date over large date. And it's really like that with about this whole series. I mean, about every year there's something weird like that. Small stars with big stars, or big stars with medium date. Like, it's the whole series is like that. So it's kind of fun. It's expensive, but I think it's a good investment. I don't really see a lot of people doing the large cent collections. I've not really seen a big selection of large cents in this area. So and even on YouTube, I don't really see a lot of people doing large cents. or showing off their large cents or anything. I've seen a few, of course, but a lot of people, I just don't think they've. I think it's really overlooked. The series is, and I don't know if it's just that hard to put one together or people just don't like the large cents. But I think I love it. I mean, it's a huge penny or a huge cent, and I really like the story behind them when they went to the Flying Eagle and then went to the Indian Head and then the Wheat Penny. I mean, I think they're just awesome. So I had to check this one out when I bought it. I had to make sure it was the large date, and it is. It's the large date. I couldn't tell. It didn't look like the small date over large date. I looked, but it is the large, of course, like I said. So I was needing that one. And if we look here, he was using a red book. He's got it as extra fine, and it probably is, or it may be between a very fine and extra fine. But look at the gap between a VF 20 and a EF 40. So a very fine 20 and an extra fine 40. Here it is, large date. So you're on the increases don't really jump that much. So it goes 30, 40, 50, 80, and then when you get to the extra fine, it jumps to $20. So he had it at, of course, an extra fine. That's a big gap. So you're asking what I probably gave for it. Big gap. So we negotiated, and pretty much I just bundled all these together. So, but I want to wait and tell you what I paid for all of them after we go through the rest of them. But had that for $200. He had it booked for $200, extra fine, but it's probably a high VF, which could be $100 or $150, but $200, that's a little high. And they always come off their what it's marked for. So I don't really let stuff like that scare me, because I know they've got it marked high and they're always going to come off of it. So on to the next one. And at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and put this in my album. So hang around for that, and I'll show you the rest of them. We'll look at the Barber Quarter. And I hope y'all had a good weekend. It's been beautiful. We worked on our garden today, and I'll tell you, we got potatoes in the ground and we have cucumbers coming up, so it's going good. This is a 1908 S. Let's see. Yep. Low mintage. And they make sure to put like low mintage on there, because it's just more of an eye appeal or an eye grab, and it just makes people think like it's worth more, which it is. So I mean, I do that on mine. A lot of mine I'll put one of 800,000 or something. It's just good for me to know that, okay, this is probably key date or semi-key date, and it really is. It's one of the lower mintages. So 1908 S, 784,000. He's got Fine Plus, and it's $145. So he's got the plus on there, and to me it may be a very good plus. and I'll let you look at it. Tell me what you think it is. I want y'all to tell me in the comments, and I'll try to give you a little better picture of all of them here in a second. You think that's a fine plus? Maybe usually what happens is one side will be a fine, and then the other side will be a VG or a very fine. So when you kind of you just average it out. I'm just letting y'all look at it right now, and and let me know what you think the large cent is too. I know they're hard to see where they're brown and dark. Yeah, they're really hard to see. You know what? I'm going to bust that one out because I have to put it in my album anyways. So let's go ahead and bust that one out and give you all a better look at it. There we go. That shows up a little better. So in the comments, let me know what you all think on these. And he had it as a extra fine. This was an extra fine. I think it does have a little better details on the back. Okay, so I'll set that one up out of the way. And then back to the barber quarter. A 1908 S. I said $784,000, and it was $145 as a fine. He's got $150 on it. So it is a low mintage. And again, let me know what y'all think about the barber quarter. What grade would you give that? And I know a lot of people only buy graded coins. They don't really like raw coins. But I love buying raw coins. I mean, I feel like true collectors don't care to buy raw coins. And I see a lot of stuff. Like, I watch a lot of videos, and I watch bigger coin channels. Like, these people go out and they buy coins, and there's a lot of, I mean, I love them. They have thousands of subscribers, and they go around buy coins, or they're always showing off. They're usually dealers, and they're showing off their collections. And man, it like discourages me, because they're buying these top pop coins that are graded like 66s, 67s, and they're proofs, and you've got these $1,000 coins, and they're going out and buying all these. And I'm like, man, that's not realistic to me. I mean, I'm out here buying raw coins, and I hope it don't discourage people, because there's more to coin collecting than you don't have to have the best of the best. And I know I'm kind of getting off on a side note here, but it kind of how it makes me feel. So I know if I feel a certain way, there's probably other people out there that feel the same way. And that's usually the case for everything. But this is how I feel about coin collecting. I like collecting coins. I like going to pawn shops, yard sales, and dealers, coin shops, everywhere I can. And I love buying raw coins. It don't have to be a mint state 66 proof cameo plus CAC, gold CAC. It don't have to be that for me to like it. I buy the coin, and and I think a lot of people that you see on YouTube buying these big, expensive, uh, graded coins, and then they're dealers or they're sellers. There's a few of them that I watch, and I'm like, you're just buying coins to resell them. Like you're in the market to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. And to me, it's like, man, that's a shame because you're just buying these coins to resell them. And I know that's a business. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad they can do that. I'm glad they can buy a coin and sell it. But me as a collector, I'm like, man, that coin is amazing. I would love to have it and just hold it forever. Like I'd love to have that coin and put it in the safe or lockbox and just show it off. But that's the difference. Like that's the difference between a collector and a dealer or a seller. That's why they say you can't be both, or you can. But a lot of these guys, I'm like, let's see your personal collection. Like, do you have a crazy set of Morgans? Uh, and I don't think they do. I think when they buy something really nice, of course, they have to sell it for the next buy. And so it don't really break my heart, but I think it's more of a shame for somebody like just it goes from this hand to that hand and that hand to that hand. I'm a collector. I like to buy it and hold it and just look at it and be like, oh, I love you. Which I mean that as in I love this hobby and these coins make me happy. I'm not like putting the coins on a pedestal and saying like, oh, I love coins more than anything. Not like that either. So I was thinking about that today because I was watching some new YouTube videos and I'm like, man, these guys, like every time they get a coin, it's like a mint state 69, like crazy deep cameo. It's like a $4, $5, $6, $8,000 coin. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And it kind of makes me feel like, am I not doing it right? Like, am I wrong for buying raw coins and liking them? But I want other people to know, don't get discouraged by these dealers that you see having really nice coins and thinking like, oh, I can't be a collector until I have this coins or these nice coins or even some of the videos I've made of smaller collections. People are like, well, that's not a collection. It is. You can have a coin collection and it can be 4 or 5, 10 coins. You may, it may be that's all you have. You don't have money for more coins. I know people that have 10 or 15 bicentennial quarters and they say, oh, I'm a coin collector. I collect those. And they just, every time they find them in pocket change, they keep them. They collect them. So they consider themselves collectors. You don't have to have a huge, massive, ungodly amount of coins to be a collector, or the best, or the most expensive, or the top pop. But if you want to do that, all the power to you. That's awesome. But I don't know. It's just kind of a side rant, or just something that was on my mind today, looking at all these coins that these people are buying, and they buy them and sell them, buy them and sell them, and they're like the best of the best coins. I'm like, man, I hope that coin goes to somebody that really enjoys it. So that just shows, like, I really like coin collecting, and it's okay to be a dealer. And I know one day I may set up and just slowly sell some of mine, but I think I'll always be buying. And I have seen coin dealers that do that. They say they buy. When they see something they like, they buy. Or if they have a coin shop and nice coin comes in, and they set it out, or they're really torn between, do I sell it or do I keep it? Sometimes they buy it, so good for them. I know. So I don't know. Just kind of a side note, but it really just shows how much I love coin collecting. So hope you all do too. And I feel like I got a good group of subscribers on here that like coin collecting and silver and stacking, even knives. Everybody was talking about all the knives I had last time on one of my videos. So I appreciate y'all. And thanks for letting me just ramble on. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, keep collecting. So to finish up here, I'll move on. Yeah, that one, it was marked for 145 in the book. Lower mintage. I am going to put together a barber set. I've been waiting. It's hard to do all these sets at one time. I'm working on. I'm not actually working on. I bought a Dansko Walking Liberty album the other day off eBay, and it should be here probably tomorrow or Tuesday. It's currently Sunday night, so it should be in the next day or two. And since I bought that big collection of junk silver, had a bunch of walkers in it, and a big collection before that, I believe I've got a full set of Walking Liberties. So I'm going to put that together. And I think next I'm going to do a barber quarter. I'd like to do an album with barber quarters and Standing Liberty quarters. So I really like the Standing Liberty quarters. I know they're harder to put together in higher grades. So I think once I get done with, or I may start on those, because the large cents, it's going to take a while. It'll probably take me another year or two to get everything. I do have a couple coin shows I'm going to go to in the next few months, so I'm hoping I can pick up some more large cents, and that's why I kind of have to sell some stuff, because I mean, some of the coins I'm trying to buy right now are expensive, and if I sell some stuff that I'm not really keeping or wanting to hold on to, I can get a little money to buy some more for the set stuff I'm trying to collect. So I'm going to finish this one first, I hope, and then start on the quarters. And I just threw that one off the table. Okay. Yeah, that slid off the table. Sorry about that. Just throwing my coins around. I'm sitting here talking about how much I love them, and I'm throwing them off the table. So there was the barber quarter we talked about, and let's talk about this 1877S real fast, and we'll try to hurry up here. I know y'all get bored listening to me ramble on about my coins. And if you don't have a red book and you do buy coins, it gives you an idea. I mean, of course they're not, you're not going to get what it says, but it gives you an idea of the mintage, key dates, and a price range. So let's see here. 77S. It's not the lowest mintage. It's 5 million. And he had it as a very fine plus. 77S. Very fine. So very fine 20 is $125. And he's got a plus on it. So basically between a $125 and $200. So he may be calling it a 25 or a 30, somewhere's in that range. And I'll take it out and show y'all, and y'all can give me an idea. Let me know what you think about the grades on these things in the comments. It's got decent good details. You can see Liberty for the most part, except for in the middle of the shield. It's got some wear. But it don't really look cleaned. It actually has a little bit of toning I didn't even realize. It may not pick up, but it's around the bottom edge here. So, what do you think a grade is on this? He had it at very fine plus. Now, these coins are amazing. Yep. So let me know what you think it is. So, and when I tell you what I paid, you're going to be like, well, that shows how much they mark it up. For the 3, and basically, I'll set that over there. For the 3, he had 150 and 150 and 200. So that's $500. Yep. So 150, 150 is 300, and then plus 200, $500 is what he had marked on these. 500. I got them for 200, so $300 off. Basically, got all of them for the price he was wanting the large cent. So, let me know what you think. Did I get a good deal, or did I totally just get? So, let me know. I mean, you've seen them, you've seen the grades, you've seen what the red book, and this is a 2024 red book. I know gray sheet is a lot better, but just going off this, and I've not even looked on eBay. I didn't. Normally I go to eBay and just look at the sold items and kind of just go based off that. And honestly, I've not even looked at that. And what I could do real fast is I've got eBay pulled up here. And we'll put that large cent in the album. 1788 S half dollar. And let's see what we got here. Or 1877. I'm backwards today. It's all these allergies. Half dollar. So, this is pretty much what I do. I'll look through stuff that's being sold right now, and I'll see what people are pricing them for. And that was nice. They always have really nice coins on there. But what we'll do, let's look at sold items. And boom. So, extra fine details, $155. Here's one for $61. Let's see how that looks. That one's not bad. For $61. Let's try to find one in my condition, which they're at least $20. That one's slick and it's $20. Here's one. Let's check that out. That's a CC. Okay. There's not many on here. Here's one for $39. There's one graded. There's a VF. Now, what did we say that one was? A VF. Here's a Annex VF. Oh, and that's a lump on rock. Yeah, that may be. Well, that one actually looks better than mine. Yeah, that one's a lot. I mean, that one's a lot better than mine. So I'm just kind of showing you. Yeah. The Eagle may be about the same. The Eagle may be. That one's still a little better. So that one's a graded one, and it went for $129. So I would say, without done really any more looking, what kind of price would y'all put on this? $50, $80? Let me know in the comments. I'll see what y'all say. And that's kind of what I do. Is I'll just find a price, and just usually say 25 or 20 to 30% less. So if I'm finding this on eBay for $100, I figure $30 off of it. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Did I get a good deal? $200 for 3 coins. They're all. You've seen what they are. That one almost even looks polished. It's not as bad as it looks. Like I've seen polished ones, and it may not be, but it is a little glossy. But it's hard to tell in the flip. So, and it is a key date, so that helps, or a better date. And I'll show you the large cent one more time. Okay, let's put this bad boy in here. I'm always afraid I'm going to turn to the page to put my coin in, and there's going to be something in it, like I screwed up. Like, oh, I was needing this 1840 large date, and when I turn to it, I'm always afraid like there'll be something in it. So, luckily, there's not. Excuse me. So, 1940. There we go. And sorry, guys. Like I said, these allergies are killing me. But that's it. I've really been working on this. I enjoyed the coins I got, so I hope I didn't do too bad. I know sometimes you're going to pay more if you need a coin and it's harder to find. Sometimes you will pay more for it, but as long as you don't do that all the time, you can do it. And you just got to remember that. Like, if you can buy it and it brings you joy, buy it. I mean, just, you can't overpay a lot all the time, but you can overpay every now and then to have stuff, especially if you're going to keep it, hold on to it. And I mean, here in 30 years, 20 years, just think of how much, well, hopefully how much this album will appreciate in value. And all the coins are, I mean, they're not going to be around forever. I mean, so it's a good investment. Like I've said before, I love it. And that's one reason I do it. And I want to put together more albums. But this one's been fun. And I've had people ask me to see more of the large scents. And I just really enjoy the set. So, and I've got more. I've put a few in the back here. I've got more in another album that are in like 2x2s. So I need to fill these up. But that's really it. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm glad you all are hanging around, listening to me. Whenever I hit 2,000, I'll do another giveaway. So just please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. And again, I'm sorry for my voice, but like I said, I've been out mowing and weed eating, and allergies are really bad right now. Everything's blooming, and just whenever I start weed eating and mowing, this happens. So, kind of is what it is. Sorry, I apologize, but I just wanted to show you all these. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night and a good weekend. Tomorrow's Monday, and I hope y'all have a great week. Okay, stay safe out there. Happy collecting.